France is ready to use its nuclear deterrent to help defend Europe. Nuclear-capable fighter jets could be deployed to Germany, according to the Telegraph. The option of deploying French nuclear fighter jets in Germany has been considered amid US statements about the withdrawal of its troops from the continent. A French official told the Telegraph that the deployment of the fighter jets would send a signal to Russia's Vladimir Putin, and it should also force British Prime Minister Keir Starmer to do the same as France. Posting a few French nuclear jet fighters in Germany should not be difficult and would send a strong message, the source said. The United States has long guaranteed the security of Europe with about 100 nuclear missiles in its arsenal, many of which are deployed at the American military base in Germany. France's nuclear deterrent is currently independent of NATO, while the UK's deterrent is a key part of the alliance's defence strategy. On a visit to Kyiv, Boris Johnson, the former Prime Minister, told the Telegraph there was a moral case for Ukraine to have its own nuclear weapons as the threat from Russia rises. German diplomatic sources suggested that talks on a European deterrent for their country had not started, with Friedrich Merz, expected to be the next German Chancellor, locked in discussions on forming a coalition government. Macron has been pushing Europe to hold a debate on the role that French nuclear weapons can play in the continent's defence. A diplomat in Berlin said the French offer would increase pressure on Keir Starmer to do the same and prove he was serious about contributing to European security. Media previously reported that Europe fears Trump will not follow NATO's Article 5, which obliges allies to defend themselves collectively in case of an attack by other countries. German Chancellor candidate and leader of the Christian Democratic Union, Friedrich Merz, believes that Europe must be prepared to defend itself without the United States. We have to be prepared for the fact that Donald Trump will no longer unconditionally support NATO's mutual defense commitments, he told reporters. Merz noted that it is extremely important that Europeans make every effort to ensure that they are able to defend the European continent on their own. In recent days, US President Donald Trump has been increasingly expressing solidarity with Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. These comments followed US Vice President J.D. Vance's speech at the Munich Security Conference, in which he called major European parties a more dangerous threat to European security than Russia. Since then, European leaders have become increasingly concerned that they will no longer be able to rely on the United States and NATO's collective defense.
Taiwan detained a cargo ship and its crew on suspicion of severing an undersea communications cable connecting the self-ruling territory with its outlying Penghu Islands. According to Associated Press, the Togolese-flagged vessel, identified as Hong Tai, was intercepted by the Coast Guard on Tuesday. Authorities have confirmed that all 8 crew members aboard are Chinese nationals. The incident has raised concerns about potential security threats, as the ship is linked to Chinese interests. It is now under investigation by the Tainan District Prosecutor's Office, with officials assessing whether the cable break was an accident or an act of deliberate sabotage. The Coast Guard administration has not ruled out the possibility of the incident being part of a Chinese gray zone incursion, an unconventional strategy aimed at exerting pressure on Taiwan without direct military conflict. National security protocols have been activated as the investigation proceeds. Taiwan relies on undersea cables for critical communications, making disruptions a serious concern. Previous incidents of severed cables near Taiwan have heightened fears of hybrid warfare tactics, particularly as tensions with Beijing continue to escalate.